Hey everyone, welcome to the Houston Outlaws Taste of What's to Come, presented to you by HEB. Today, I'm going to be talking to the team and coaches about offseason and what the plans are for the 2022 season. Also, right after this, we're going to be taking our Deadlock tier members into a private Zoom room where they can meet the team, ask questions, take photos, and more. But before we get into all the things we have planned for this evening, let's give a huge shout out to our partner HEB. They've partnered with the Outlaws for 4 years strong, and I've been hearing about this brand for years despite not living in Texas before. Now being in Texas, I totally get why HEB is so popular. Let's take a look at this HEB commercial.
When you're an outlaw, you don't have a lot of time to look for quick and easy, healthy food options. And when you're in the middle of gaming, there's only one real solution.
HEB.
HEB Curbside. Jake places his order on the HEB app and then heads to HEB. He texts HEB to let them know he's arrived. And bam, his order is delivered to his car in no time, contact-free. It's that simple. Now Jake and Dante have a full stock of grub and are back online, gaming with their teammates. HEB Curbside, making it easy for Jake and Dante to be Houston Outlaws.
Thanks again to our tonight's sponsor, HEB. We're going to start our special by talking with the masterminds of Houston Outlaws, Jake, Junkbuck, and Shadow. Thanks for taking time off of your busy schedule.
No problem, Bishu. We have a pleasure to be here.
All right, let's get this started. So, this has been the longest offseason in Overwatch League history. How has that been?
I mean, I think for all of us, the off season is a strange time for anyone competing or anyone competitive. So I think waiting for Overwatch 2 made it even weirder, right? Because normally during the off season you're still able to practice or have an expectation of what's to come and things like that. But this off season was, I think, really just completely unknown, and we really couldn't do that much while waiting for Overwatch 2 to come out. So that was definitely weird.
Preparation wise, it is like that, but mentally wise, it's same every year in terms of during the season you want it to be over, and then once the season is over, you feel like you lost purpose in your life.
You needed to start again.
Yeah, when is it gonna start again? And we're about to start again.
Yeah, a week away. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, this is a question especially for Shadow. What has it been like being a GM, not knowing all the details of Overwatch 2?
It's been really interesting, to be honest. I came into the fray a little bit late, per se. The talent was already scouted from, the great guys at Junkbuck and Jake, scouted some great talent that we had. So it's been very interesting getting the game, a couple months before the start of the season and having to even scout talent whenever you don't have the game, scouting it on 6v6. We had a competitive game mode that was 5v5. That was kind of like a mix of Overwatch 1. But no, all in all, it's been very interesting, per se, when you don't know what you're playing.
Yeah, definitely a lot of guessing game. All right. When the team finally got their hands on Overwatch 2, how chaotic was it? How was the adjustment period? What do you think, Junk?
The adjustment period. Well, all the scrims are super rough. Everybody's trying out new stuff. It's hard to fully grasp for sure how the season is gonna come out to be, but I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of ideas of how much of what we understood about Overwatch 1 actually works in Overwatch 2. There'll be some things that do work and some old strategies that you can kind of adapt to Overwatch 2, but there'll be other strategies that just don't work at all anymore, or other ways to play that are completely new in Overwatch 2. And I think those things mean that it takes a long time to figure that stuff out. I think Ghost is a good example where people weren't really playing after Brig was released. Because up to that point, people just hadn't experimented with that style of even when people started playing goats, they didn't realize to play Zed and stuff like that. So it takes a long time to really understand what's going to be the best, especially in a game like Overwatch 2 where we're expecting it to change rapidly. So it's really just a question of what's the best thing we can play come match day. So things are a little bit more open-ended and a little bit more free form. Yeah. But yeah,
game itself is also much more chaotic, much more fast. So
yeah, there isn't a Diva insurance anymore all the time, huh?
Yeah.
All right, I think Jake would love to answer this question. How has the new 5v5 format been?
I'm personally a big fan of the 5v5 format. I think for the health of the game, it's super important. Like as a coach, a little bit challenging because I think Overwatch 2 is going to be much less structured than Overwatch 1 was. Like you won't just be able to like rely on comboing your skills better and just win because of that. Like you do need to like have individual performances. There's going to be more times where, there's like just a 1v1 that you need to win. I think in Overwatch 1, we saw that sometimes with like Tracers 1v1ing or like Widows 1v1ing, and I think those were like some of the most hyped matchups in Overwatch 1 because they were like a true opportunity for individuals to shine and succeed. But in Overwatch 2, I think that's going to be more of like the norm across every strategy, that there's always going to be things like that happening where one player has like an individual outplay that decides the match or decides the team fight, and then over the course of a long match, whoever does that the most gets to win. And I think as a coach, that can be like frustrating because there's more that's like out of our
Yeah,
hands.
for sure.
But I think also it's can be for the health of the game, which is the most important thing, because if the game's not popular casually, then the esport like won't exist forever. So I think for the health of the game, it's actually better that people are more individually empowered and they're not just like waiting on their teammates to do something before they can really play the game.
As an ex off tank, this is a little bit sad to hear. I think there was always a tank duo synergy, but it is what it is. I as an ex off tank player, I think this is for the best too, to be honest. And
A willing sacrifice.
yes, it is. It is unfortunate. Um, how do you guys? Okay, speaking of tank, how do you guys feel about the state of the tank role? Was transitioning into one tank role a positive or a negative for a competitive gameplay?
I mean, I think everyone's gonna have a different opinion. Nobody truly knows how it is gonna be for competitive wise. But I think in the end, competitive side, as long as it is good for the game, like for in terms of like, I don't know, casual play, I think it's fine actually.
Yeah, I think competition's always going to be like you're competing against other players. You're not competing against the game.
Yeah.
So as long as the game is like fun, that's all that really matters. And then the like, since everyone's dealing with the same tools and the same resources, from a balancing perspective, it's always going to be fair. It just maybe changes like what's emphasized in terms of which skill sets are most valuable. But in the end, I think that's natural, and it's like the way it has to be with the game continuing to evolve and grow.
And of course, I'm gonna talk about Sojourn a little bit. Obviously, she's like very hyped up. It's our first new hero in such a long time. But here's the question: is Sojourn good? Should the viewers expect to see her at all in Overwatch League matches?
So everyone, actually everybody also has a different opinions about the hero. How I see it is, Sojourn right now in a competitive meta, it's not that good. But I think hero itself is a very strong hero. It just doesn't fit the meta right now. So I think a lot of people would say it's not strong enough, but I think her kit is actually very oppressive and very strong. So I think I wish it took a different approach about the design of the hero. I think they had like a certain idea of the hero, but I think they tune it in a way where it's like less fun for me actually. But I think it's still it's to a point where it's like it's a very strong in a certain way.
Right. Yeah. What do you think, Jake? So pretty much same opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think right now it's like become like the Jug's point. It's like become, it's just like it's like a sniper. Really, I think it's like you can compare it to something like Widowmaker or Hanzo or Ashe. I think those are like the closest comparisons to what the hero is. You just have like more spam and better abilities, but the sniper is like the one-shot potential itself is more
Right.
limited than these other snipers. But in the end, that's really like the core element of the kit, is that you can one-shot somebody across the map if you hit the headshot. But maybe the problem for the hero is that when you're competing with the other snipers, it's pretty hard to like see playtime, because the heroes like Widow and Hanzo and Ashe are like all very good in their own rights as a sniper. So if you really wanted a sniper, that was the problem I think for a lot of Overwatch 1, was that Widow was like just the god hero, because at the point you're going to play a sniper, why would you not want to play the best one, right? The most committed one, who has like the most chance to make the one-shot kills. And then you sacrifice everything else, but just gamble on the one-shot kills. Since you have like the best players in the world in Overwatch League, then you want to just like take the risk that they're gonna hit those headshots, right? We've seen all these like famous clips of individuals making those things happen on Widowmaker, and that's why the hero was so dominant. So I think Sojourn, as long as she is like sniper number 4, I think she probably won't be that strong, but she'll still have a place. Like all this night, like Drunk said, like the kid is still strong, and if you're just playing the game casually, like she's like very strong. You have no problem playing her. It's like not an issue. I wouldn't worry about it, and you might have an easier time if you know you're not like one of the best Widowmaker players in the world. Maybe it'd be better to play a hero like Sojourn, who has some better spam capabilities, some better utility other than just the one-shot kill. So I think with like a couple changes, or even just the meta shifting to a place where, you know, you want a hero like Sojourn a little bit more, then I could definitely see the hero being strong and having that place in the meta.
Just to kind of like cover it again, like it just sounds like she tries to do like a little bit of like too much of like everything, I guess, and not specialized enough for her to like penetrate the meta at the moment. Okay, so my final question is an important one. Are you guys excited for this season?
Super excited, man. This is the start of Overwatch 2 on the big stage, you know, with the Battlefield Texas coming up in a week. You know, first time in over 2 years for a live event aspect, and it's the debut of Overwatch 2. How can you not be excited about this season? You know, having 1.4 million viewers the other day just watching the beta, dude, you got to be excited.
Yeah, I personally don't feel it yet that the Overwatch actually had that many viewers. So for me, I feel like I can't even feel I don't know how to feel. It's just, for me, it's like same as every year. Just beginning of before the season, stressed about preparation, and we're just super focused on the job that we actually don't get to feel anything else.
Yeah, emotions are for after the matches, after the seasons.
Spoken like true champions. All right, and now we're gonna debut our hype video for our live viewers. Here is a 2022 season hype video. Let's take a look.
Please don't let me in my zone. I just need some time on my own. All these people trying to get a conversation. You can conversate to that tone. Got eyes on that throne, yeah. So I'm never alone, yeah. All these people trying to box me in. I'm at whether it's on, yeah. Now they ask where I'm at. Making hits that lambe. I'm MJ, I'm 2-3, man. I just need some time back. I'm zoned in like defense. My life gone, no recess. But I live my best one, so I got no regrets. So I'm gone. Finally back in my home. I'm working like so much. They swear I had me a clown. Can't answer my phone now, just leave it there, that tone. Ballin' can't beat me up, cause I'm back in my zone now. Cause I'm back in my zone now.
Alright, Outlaws Nation, let's see your 2022 Houston Outlaws. At number 6, we have returning star DPS player Dante. At 75, we have the 2021 Rookie of the Year Pelican at DPS. At number 2, we have the reigning Korea Contenders Champion DPS Merit. At number 17, we have our beloved Piggy returning on tank. Number 20, the 2021 finalist Iris. At number 77, we have Mr. SPD himself, Lastro.
어떻게 부담스러워.
The whole team is here with us at Outlaws HQ. Speaking of Outlaws HQ, you guys should see this place. It is like a mini HEB.
실화냐?
Now, let's ask the team some questions. Alright, let's see. Okay. How is everyone adjusting to life in Houston? 이제 너희들한테 물어보는 건데 이제 휴스턴에서는 어떻게 적응하고 있어? 민준아, 너 어떻게 생각해?
형 마이크가 너무
디스코드에서
작은데요?
나를 올려.
아니 안 들려.
200으로 했는데도
그래?
너무 작은데요?
내가
안 들리는데?
내가 좀 더 크게
쪼꼬미야
말해줄까?
쪼꼬미.
아니 더 큰 수준이 아니라 그냥 헤드셋을 바꿔야 돼.
엄청 작아요. 맞음.
나
뭐 말하고
들리긴 해?
있어?
아,
조금
들리는데
더
엄청
그냥
조금
개잡기
들리긴 하는데
Hey,
엄청
Bishu,
작아요.
your mic. Hi.
최대한 잘 들어봐. 집중해서 잘 들어봐. 이제 너희들한테
Yeah, I can't hear him at all.
Yeah, we can't hear
Huh.
Bishu.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
We got a little technical
들을 수가 없는데?
We can't hear him through Discord.
Yeah, most of us can't hear us.
Yeah.
Nope. His
Hello,
mic is not
hello.
active.
Can you hear me
Hello.
now?
It's
Just
not
for
on
some
Discord.
reason, just on the Discord. We can't.
디스코드에서는
Can you hear me now? Is it still quiet?
No, it's still low on Discord
It's
actually.
just quiet.
I'll reconnect. Hello. Hello. Am I
형 마이크를 입에 넣어보세요.
들려? Everyone 200으로 올려줘. 나 그래도
Already 200.
Yeah.
already up. You 200. I can't hear you. I can't listen.
All right, guys. We're gonna go on a short break so we can get this figured out. And we're back.
뭐
All
하는
right.
거야 무슨?
How is everyone adjusting to life in Houston? 이제 너희들한테 물어보는 질문인데 이제 휴스턴에서는 어떻게 정하고 있어? 민준이가 먼저 말해볼래? 어떻게
뭘
정하고
하고
있어?
있냐고요?
적응.
어떻게 적응하냐? 굉장히 어려운 질문.
뭐
어떡해요?
이제 뭐 민준이 말고 이제 이리스 어떻게 정하고 있어?
야, 한국이랑
Yeah?
똑같이. 똑같다고
To
생각하면서.
Iris, it's you know, nothing like too special. It's like for him, like he's a pro, so he just like as he is in Korea, he just practices hard. Nothing too different for him. 세현이는?
저요? 솔직히 진짜 지금은 한국보다 미국이 조금 좋긴 해요. 지금
Okay.
여기가.
So Pelican's saying that he prefers he's been preferring Houston's lifestyle over Korea at the moment. So it looks like Pelicans are just doing very well.
진짜로. 리얼.
그리고 and you know, so I know our apartment has a swimming pool. Have you guys been using it? 이제 우리 숙소에 수영장 있는데 잘 쓰고 있어? 몇 번 썼어?
네.
부끄러워서 못 가요 저는.
아주 잘 쓰고
So
있습니다.
Piggy and others have been going, but Pelican's too embarrassed to use the pool. He says. 이제 다음 질문 할 건데.
Wait.
What has it been like scrimming in Overwatch 2? Was it easy to adjust to the game from a competitive standpoint? Dante, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean we're pro players, so I feel like we have to like be able to adjust. Like everyone on this team is good players, so you just have to be able to adjust. I think it will take time for like casual players
Sure.
to get better because it's like really different game. Like the dynamics just different.
네, 질문이 오버워치 2에서 스크림하는 건 어때? 그래도 이제 새로운 게임인데 팀으로서 정하기 쉬웠어? 어떻게 생각해, 정원아?
있어요.
잘 안 들렸어. 뭐라고? 재밌어?
재밌어요.
태민이는?
네.
저도
Alright, so our players are just saying that it's a very fun game. Great answers.
Great
We're
answers,
true
guys, really.
professionals. Ambassadors of
I mean,
Overwatch.
they'll have more fun
For
if
sure.
you get ranked.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
Ladder.
true.
Yeah, we need rank ladder.
Rank ladder is always gonna be like a, big reason to play for a lot of the pro players. So everyone was good friends before for our players, but how are they as your new teammates? 이제 뭐지? 이전에는 친구들이었지만 이젠 새로운 팀원들인데 이제 어떻게 잘 지내는 것 같아? 어떻게 세연아?
아닌데.
원래 같이 해야죠 별로.
Yeah.
똑같지 않나?
Pelican just
팀원이랑
says,
친구랑.
whether their teammates or friends or about, they feel the same. 정원이는? Yeah, not too bad, says Lastro. What about you, Dante? What do you think? Well, how has it been so far, being the sole NA player in this, full of Koreans, team full of Koreans?
Everyone makes it like really easy. Everyone's so welcoming and friendly. Like Pelican's like always like hugging me and kissing me.
This
and
is true. I can confirm this. Pelican
Yeah.
does go, go a little hard on the kissing.
Trying to cuddle up when I'm on the beanbag, but everyone's super nice and they make it easy. They like translate for me. So
obviously, like Dante's been really trying to learn Korean, especially when it comes to like in-game commands, and I think our Korean players definitely appreciate that too. Okay, this is for the coaches. What's the plan for rotating between Merit, Dante, and Pelican? Who can we expect to play for different compositions and different roles?
We'll do a coin flip on who plays that day. No, just kidding. Mostly it'll be just about we'll just try out everyone how they do, how everybody feels comfortable on, and then whenever we see like this guy's playing really well on certain meta, we'll play that player and things like that.
Go ahead.
Guess you guys may find out on May 6th.
Yeah.
I think how is it? Like I think this is the case for a lot of other teams too. Like it's such a new game. All the teams are just trying to get more data, so like no team can really say like who's gonna play who, right? Obviously. But yes, you guys will definitely find out on May 6th of what we have planned.
Yeah, I think to add on to it, the fans like for a lot of teams like in general pro play think about players in terms of like, oh, like this guy will play 1, 2, 3 heroes and that guy will play 4, 5, 6 heroes, right? But in reality, like almost every pro player can play like maybe like most of the heroes in the game, if not like all of them, and like within their role. And so it really just comes down to like the meta might have like 4 or 5 heroes that this one player in this role needs to play, and then or like then the player who has like on average more comfort on those heroes, compared to the other player, like I think unless the game is like, oh, you're actually like one tricking Widow or something, it's usually not that simple. So usually what people want is for there to be like, if we're gonna play Mei, it's gonna be this player. If we're gonna play Hanzo, it's gonna be that player. But what people want in that sense is like doesn't really exist. Like for a professional team, we're thinking about so many variables when it comes to like who should start, that you really can't simplify it down to like X heroes. You just want to have like the strongest, most flexible players you can, so they can be like useful in the widest variety of scenarios.
Jake on Junkrat confirm. Oh, moving on. So Wicked Turtle on Discord asks, what does the team think about the newest game mode, Push? 이제 어떤 분이 디스코드에서 질문을 했는데 이제 새로운 게임 모드 푸시에 대해서 어떻게 생각하냐고 물어봤어. What do you think, Iris?
그냥 없던 모드라서 좀 생소한 것 같아요. 다른 거에 비해서.
So obviously, since this is like a new mode, there's like a lot of we need to like learn about the new game mode a lot. It's just a lot of learning. What do you think, Junk?
It's a lot of people have probably tried and seen in the streams and the beta. The game is a lot short. So how I see I think the game is approaching more like casual play, where the game you're not sitting there and playing the same game for like 30 minutes. It's like a 10-minute, 8-minute short game. I think in competitive standpoint, I think it's gonna be a pretty like what's the word? Mirroring map for both sides. So I think I think it's interesting. We'll see. We'll see how we'll feel about it more as the
Right.
season goes along.
And Paul on Discord asks, which new or reworked hero is the team most excited to show off on stage? 이제 새로운 영웅 중에서 제일 기대되는 히어로가 뭐야? 할 수 있는 것 중에서 민준이는. 민준이는 어떻게 생각해? Yeah, Doomfist.
Doomfist.
Dante, how about you?
I think Doom's like gonna be the most exciting to watch. It's just, I don't know, the hero is so like fun to play. It feels like you can do like anything with it.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like mobility and stuff, like it's just, I don't know, it's always been like a fun hero to watch, like combos and stuff and like rollouts. So I think it'll be really fun to watch in
Yes,
Overwatch too.
I think everyone's looking forward to Doomfist, even though he's like necessarily like a new hero, but I think everyone's excited to play Doomfist and watch Doomfist. Okay, so it has been a chaotic offseason with many unknowns, but regardless of that, how is everyone feeling leading into the season opener against Dallas Fuel? 이제 before you guys answer, let me just tell the Korean players as well. 이제 우리 첫 경기가 댈러스 상대인데 이제 무슨 느낌이야? 어떻게 생각해? 민준이 어떻게 생각해?
왜 자꾸 저예요?
민준이가 잘 보이네. 이길 것 같아?
이길 것 같아요.
오케이.
네.
태민이는?
저도
Alright.
같은 생각입니다.
I think the team from these answers we can say like we as a team unanimously think that we're just gonna like shit on Dallas. Woo! Okay, let's go.
따라하지 마.
Fun fact. I have played Dallas as my first match for the past 4 years.
Wait, how's the record been?
I never lost in my first match.
You love to hear it. Okay, so it is time to get down to business. On May 6th, we play our first match of the season against the Dallas Fuel in person at the Techport Arena in San Antonio. And tickets are still on sale for that, so to get you excited, let's check out this video.
Cool. Yeah, so May the 6th, live and in person in over 2 years at the Techport Arena at the new state-of-the-art in San Antonio. It's opening weekend against Dallas Fuel. We'll have Overwatch 2 played live on the big stage, as well as we'll have live setups in the arena for Belong Gaming, where we'll have 20 Overwatch 2 PCs. We'll be playing head-to-head against Dallas Fuel to see the true kings of Texas. Be sure to get your tickets now at outlaws.gg/tickets. We play live at 5 p.m. CT as the last match of the day. We will have in-person broadcasters, and it'll be the first live event back. 5 restaurants, exclusive merch drops, as well as a brand new floral hoodie that you see on screen. We'll have a fan cam stage with Malik Forte as a host and an unannounced fan cam stage host. And we give a big thank you to all our sponsors, HEB, Wingstop, Respawn, Arrive Logistics, Belong Gaming, and Carviva for helping support the Battle for Texas.
Wow, what a video. Let's discuss the Battle for Texas a little bit further. First question. Who will be playing in front of fans for the first time at the Battle for Texas? 이제 관중들 앞에서 처음 경기 뛰는 사람들 손 들어. 누구야?
누구야?
다 해봤나?
누구야?
이거? 오.
관중들에서 안 해봤잖아.
컨텐츠에서 해봤는데?
나는 안 해봤어.
빨리 손 들어.
그럼 손 들어 빨리.
So Iris is actually
들어.
the first of the only one that hasn't played in front of a live crowd. Not know that. 그럼 뭐 어떻게 기대돼? 한마디 해줘.
전 엄청 기대되죠.
Yeah.
처음이니까.
I mean, obviously for him, it's his first time, so he's very excited. And the next question. Okay, so who hates the Dallas Fuel the most? 우리 팀에서 댈러스 제일 싫어하는 사람이 누구야? Who? 펠리칸?
펠리칸이요. 예. 저 좋아하는데요, 델러스.
실한 뭐 해야 하는 거야 이럴 때.
아니,
너무 좋아?
난 좋은데.
라스트로.
저 좋아하는데요?
Oh no. Okay, unfortunately, our team is like really into Dallas apparently. What do you think, Jake?
Do I hate Dallas Fuel? I don't know. I don't hate anybody, man. I'm just here to play to win. But if they're in our way, we gotta
True
win, you know. So
professionals here.
I got I got no love for him. I got no hate, got
Just
no love. It's
business.
just business.
Hey, that means you have to hate everyone.
Yeah, maybe that's another way to look at
Everyone's
it.
our enemy.
We're enemies on the stage.
That is true. When it comes to match day, everyone's our enemy.
All right, predictions for the series. Will it go all the way to 5? Easy sweep? What do you guys think? What do you think, Junk?
What's the series prediction? What score?
Oh, the score? No, I've been asked about like a score predictions a lot, and then I think anything. If you say anything else other than like 3-0 or 4-0 or whatever, I think it's a bad outlook. It's bad luck. You gotta always be confident that you're never gonna drop a
What you
single
guys
match.
don't see for the viewers is that somebody's holding a bat behind them, and we're only accepting one answer for this question. 이제 너희들 어떻게 할게요? 경기 스코어 어떻게 될 것 같아? 3대1?
3대1.
3-1? 3-1?
이긴 마음 되지 않나?
Laster says, as long as we win, it does not matter. Pretty good answer.
That's true.
The last map. That's the one
Gotta make
we'll
it
win.
exciting for the viewers.
That's the only prediction. Just the last map. Whichever. I don't know which map the last map will be.
Whatever it
but
is.
The last map.
Sir. All right. So second match of the season will be against the Toronto Defiant. Obviously, we have been focusing on Dallas Fuel, but how does everyone feel about playing Toronto? 이제 여태까지는 댈러스 경기에서만 얘기했는데 이제 우리 두 번째 경기가 토론토거든. 이제 토론토에서 어떻게 생각해?
목숨 걸고 해야죠. 절대 지면 안 돼요.
Astro, the ex-Toronto player, says he will put his life into that game. It's a pretty good way, yeah. What do you think, Junk?
No, whenever I'm asked about other teams, I give the same answers again about how they're a respectable, good team where we'll prepare well.
No,
to
we don't.
defeat.
We can't. No, it's too much of a safe answer. We're gonna just like Dallas. We're gonna shit on them for last row. Obviously, we need to win for last row.
Don't gives the PR head coach statement.
Yeah, dude. Every head coach is just like worried about what they're saying. It's like all the people are just like waiting on Reddit, ready to like write down like a clickbait title. So I understand, Junk. I understand your answer. What do you think, Dante?
Yep.
Like last year, we just focused on our first match. We didn't need to worry about shock. It'll be the same this year. Yeah.
All I have to say is that 2 years ago in Houston homestand, we won our first game of the season against Toronto Defiant. It's gonna be awesome beating them again.
All right. Speaking of a battle for Texas, we will be selling exclusive merch at the event. Let's take a look at what's going to be on sale. Hey guys.
Hi.
Oh.
We got some models.
왜 이렇게 잘생겼어? 세현이?
Alright guys, we're nearing the end of the show. Just a couple more questions for your 2022 Outlaws. Let's see. Krem Talk on Discord asks, what do the Outlaws call the robot in Push? 이제 스크림 할 때 그 푸시 모드에서 미는 로봇 있잖아. 걔네 뭐라고 불러? Just robot?
Just robot.
맞아.
No, nothing else? Nothing too special? Alright, I think we just call it robot.
No, normally we'll call it like a 화물 or 거점. Same as like other like payloads or whatever. The point we just call it the same thing. We just overlap the terms.
The pro gamers they just play the game. Everything's a card. Doesn't matter if it's a robot. Doesn't matter what it is. It's a card or point always. Yeah.
There's no lore. No, none of that.
For sure. Let's see. R3D on Discord asks, what additional things must be put into the forming a comp with one less tank? 이제 탱커가 한 명이 없는데 조합을 짜는 게 약간 다르게 된 것 같아? 어떻게 생각해, 세연아?
비슷한 것 같은데 딱히 막 크게 달라지는 건 없는 것 같아요.
근데 이제 막 아무래도 뭐 탱이 한 명밖에 없으니까 어떻게 보면은 다른 캐릭터들도 이제 그 탱커 역할을 해야 되지 않을까? 이제 자리를 아무래도 먹으려면은 혼자 하긴 힘드니까 이제 막 그지.
그죠?
So Pelicans is saying like since we don't have it's mostly the same. It's like no crazy changes he thinks, but obviously with one less tank, like the dynamics obviously gonna be different. You know, like we would have a DPS character that would be like almost like helping the other tank get space rather than the tanks working together to make space. And Pack a Punch on Twitter asks, "What's it like being professionals at Overwatch?" 이제 트위터에서 질문 물어봐 주셨는데 오버워치 프로 생활은 어떤 것 같아? 다른 게임들에 비해서는.
좋아요. 좋아요. 다른 프로 안 해봤어.
That's true. I mean, yeah. They don't like exactly have an idea what other games are like, but you know they're enjoying their life, to say the least. Okay, let's see. All right. On behalf of the Houston Outlaws and HEB, sponsors of tonight's preseason taste of what's to come, thank you, Outlaws Nation, for joining us. We look forward to seeing all of you in San Antonio at the Techport Arena on May 6th for our season opener against the Dallas Fuel. And a quick reminder to all our DLT members, we will see you in the Deadlock Tier Zone call after this. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
You.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
See you guys.